When you think of mid-engined JDM sports cars, most of you guys would probably think of the NSX or maybe even the MR2. But what if I told you around the same time, Nissan was busy with their very own mid-engine sports car? You see, in the midst of the 1980s, Nissan was on the cusp of introducing just that, and this four-wheel drive two-seater could have stood shoulder to shoulder with its renowned siblings, the Z and the GTR series. This endeavor was poised to etch itself into the annals of iconic JDM sports cars, but it remains largely forgotten today. So today, let's open the book on the Nissan MID 4 and explore everything there is on this awesome JDM sports car. So let's start with some history. Nissan's ascent into popularity took a giant leap forward with the introduction of the S30 Fairlady Z, known as the Datsun 240Z outside of Japan. This sports car was not only adequately powered, but also nimble, well constructed, and crucially, affordable. It catapulted the Japanese automaker to new heights. By the early 1980s, the improved S130 version of the Z was dominating the streets, following in the footsteps of its predecessor's success. However, Nissan was not content with resting on its laurels. They embarked on developing a thoroughly modern, redesigned version of the Z, which eventually debuted in 1984. During this period, Nissan harbored the idea of expanding its sports car lineup by introducing a two-seater mid-engine model. The vision was create a more budget-friendly alternative to European sports cars of the era, such as the Lotus Esprit, Lamborghini Jalpa, or the impending Ferrari 328 GTB. This Japanese offering would be equipped with cutting-edge technology, setting new standards for the industry. In the early months of 1984, a team of visionary designers and engineers, led by a special man named Shinichiro Sakurai. Now, what makes this man so special? Well, he was the mastermind behind the first 7 generations of the Skyline GTR. And this team, led by the legend himself, embarked on a mission to create what was hailed as Japan's most spectacular sports car ever. The MID 4 was constructed on a robust steel chassis, incorporating a fully independent suspension system. What truly set it apart were the advanced features that rendered other mid-engine sports cars of the era somewhat outdated. True to its name, the MID 4 featured an innovative four-wheel drive system, and this system would later evolve into the renowned AUDAcious system, which stands for Advanced Total Traction Engineering System for all-terrain, used in the R32 Skyline GTR. In its initial configuration, this system distributed 33% of torque to the front axle and 67% to the rear, marking the MID 4 as one of the pioneering mid-engine sports cars to adopt four-wheel drive. But the technological mastery didn't stop there. Nissan equipped the MID 4 with a state-of-the-art high-cusp four-wheel drive steering system. This advanced technology allowed the rear wheels to turn up to 0.5 degrees in the same or opposite direction as the front wheels, depending on the speed, greatly enhancing stability, agility, and handling. Additionally, the MID 4 featured an anti-lock braking system with ventilated discs behind all 4 15-inch alloy wheels. But all this four-wheel drive and handling development means nothing if the engine is trash. So the MID 4's mid-mounted engine was a transversely mounted engine positioned behind the passenger compartment, and this engine was the latest iteration of Nissan's V6 engine family, codenamed VG. Displacing 3 liters and mated to a 5-liter manual transmission, the naturally aspirated VG30DE was a technological marvel in itself. It featured a robust cast iron block, coupled with 2 advanced dual overhead cam aluminium cylinder heads, electronic multi-point fuel injection, mechanically timed electronic ignition, and variable timing for the intake camshafts further underscored its sophistication. And this same engine would later be used by Nissan to power the 300ZX Z32. Now, back in 1985, this engine delivered a commendable 242 horsepower, placing it in the same league as the V8 engines found in the Lamborghini Jalpa or the 328 GTB. And it didn't just make power, this thing was light too. I actually don't understand how Nissan managed to keep the weight this low, but this thing was underfed with a curb weight of just 2,712 pounds or 1,230 kilograms. And thanks to that light weight and the awesome four-wheel drive system, this mid-engine marvel could accelerate from 0 to 60 in a mere 5.5 seconds with an electronically limited top speed of 249 km per hour or 155 miles per hour. Moreover, The mid-4's handling prowess was in a league of its own thanks to the combination of its suspension setup, the four-wheel drive system, four-wheel drive steering systems, and the mid-engine layout. Now, the mid-engine layout contributed to a near-perfect weight distribution, resulting in one of the most exhilarating sports cars of the 1980s. Now, before we talk on why you have never seen one of these on the streets, let's just touch on the design first. The original mid-4 design led to the creation of several prototypes, two of which were production-ready versions unveiled at Frankfurt and Tokyo Motor Shows in 1985. While the mid-4 garnered significant attention and enthusiasm from the public and the automotive press, Nissan chose to postpone mass production. They argued that by the time the car was market-ready, it would already be seen as outdated. However, Nissan remained committed to the project and introduced a completely redesigned mid-4 in time for the 1987 Tokyo Motor Show, aptly named the Type 2. This stunning new iteration featured a thoroughly modern bodywork design and received an exciting new engine. This new Type 2 was powered by a twin-turbocharged V6 engine generating 325 horsepower. They also refined the four-wheel drive system, the suspension, and steering systems, resulting in a sports car that not only looked contemporary, but also performed significantly better. This thing was officially a monster. But what happened, and why isn't it a household name like the NSX? Well, when Nissan finally deemed the mid-4 project production-ready, the financial implications loomed large. The cost of production would translate into a higher sticker price for the car. At that juncture, the market for expensive sports cars was in the dumps. Recognizing the impracticality of making it affordable, Nissan decided to shelve the mid-4 project. Had either iteration of the mid-4 made it into production, it would have marked Japan's first mass-produced mid-engine sports car, and it could have easily become one of the most remarkable sports cars of the 20th century. However, these accolades went to a rival, Honda, who introduced the legendary NSX in 1989 at the Chicago Auto Show. Nonetheless, the pioneering four-wheel drive and four-wheel steering systems that originated from the mid-4 concepts would find their way into the revered Skyline GTR, playing a pivotal role in making it an automotive icon. Now, while the mid-4 never realized its full potential in the market, it had a massive impact on the development of Nissan's high-performance vehicles, proving that even forgotten dreams can shape the future of automotive innovation. But at the end of the video, please let me know what you think of the Nissan MID-4. What do you think would have happened if they actually put this thing into production? Do you think it would have been as successful as the NSX and even the Skyline GTRs? So let me know down below what you guys think. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did like it, you'll most probably like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?